the Batman. Every time I do that, I want to mix the Batman theme.
What is up, everybody?
What up, everyone?
Here we are on Thursday night again. Gorilla Todd and
Shelby's Comics, episode number 10.
Number 10. And wow, do we have a good one for you tonight? I'm so excited, Shelby.
Hey, buddy, we got a good one. If you notice, I'm
Whoa, look at you
tonight because I am at least trying to get ready for this OG auction tomorrow that we'll be talking about a little bit more. Hey, Tony and Y.
What's
Hello,
up, Tony? What's up, La Cruces?
Always the first ones in supporting us. We really appreciate it. If I had a nickel for every time La Cruces was first, I'd be retired by now. But oh, excuse me. So yeah, I'm in the comic book room. I'm going to be just kind of moving around, pulling stuff out of all these boxes for the auction tomorrow. We'll be talking a little more about that. So
guy like you pulling comics
I don't have any news that I saw on the channel on the comic book interwebs. A lot of people talking about the auction that we already talked about last week a little bit. So why don't you take it away, Gorilla Todd?
Hey, we got a special guest today. I'm very excited. Hey, we haven't been on a stream together. We figured this out for a few years. We used to do streams all the time. I'm not going to belabor the point. It's no other than my brother from another mother. You know, if you're thinking about it, you got
Comics on the Mind.
There he is.
What's up, y'all?
Welcome. So excited to have you hanging out and on the stream.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
It's insane that it's been like 2 years. I'm thinking like it's been like maybe like half a year, maybe a year, but 2 years, that's insane, dude.
Yeah, that's when I saw
life is fucking crazy.
Yeah, life keeps going no matter what we try to do or don't do.
That's true.
Yeah, man.
It does.
So how's everybody been?
Oh man,
yeah, we catch up. Like I said a moment ago, I didn't see any kind of interesting comic news. Usually that's what we start out with, along with little introductions of, hey, how's your week been? Mine's been rough. It's a dog eat dog world, and I'm wearing milk bone underwear. But
That's a good one.
I'm glad it's Thursday. I just got to get through tomorrow. I was on Carlos's channel last night. We're talking about different ways people collect and stuff, which is pretty interesting. Tomorrow night, again, I'll keep announcing it. The OG auction. I got a picture that I'll show here in a moment. I'm kind of in a makeshift area right now because, like I said, I'm usually in the other room. But what about you? What's been going on with you this week, Todd? How's them kids?
Kids are good. My students are behaving. We got tomorrow's Friday and one more week, and then a Monday, and then I'm done.
And then you get what, a month off?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm off. That's July 8th. So then I go back August 7th. So yeah, just about a month. And I'm excited. I'll be in Florida at the end of the month. So I'm going to get to see some old friends and hunt some different comic places.
Nice.
All right.
Some old haunts.
Sounds cool.
And what about you, Kurt? How you been, my friend?
I've been all right. It's been a tough journey too. Trust me, I have a pair of those milk bone undies as well. But we still pushing. I guess to kind of catch everybody up, I was a supervisor at Target for a while, for like 2 years. Got burnt out of that and wanted to go back into education. So now I'm working one-on-one with students that have autism. I provide one-on-one service to help like regulate their behaviors and assist with like academic support, all that good stuff. And it's been a blast. I'm also trying to take the step to hurry up and finish my degree. So I need to go back to school and do that. So hopefully I'll be back in the school in the fall. Fingers crossed. But yeah, just that and juggling another part-time job doing like event security. I was telling Todd that earlier. It's been interesting. I did security like over 10 years ago. And this has been pretty chill. It's, you work certain events like concerts and like sporting events. And so I've seen my fair share of interesting people and a couple of small time celebrities. I don't know if you guys know who MC Hammer is, but his old self was at an event that I was working.
He did a song for the Addams Family's movie.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That was interesting.
Quit.
I know.
Too legit to quit. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just, I've been trying to survive, but I'm also doing summer school. My student that I'm working with is he's in summer school, he's a middle school student. His family is it's funny because every school I go to like provide support part-time, because during the school year I'm like 3 days out of the week I'm like a sub, and I'll go to different schools that needs that their behavior technician is like not there, so I have to like fill in for them. And then when I leave, it's like, we want you back. Can you come full time? I'm like, I wish I could. But there's another student that I'm working with who his behavior is like super extreme. So not too many people are like willing to work with him, but I got patience for days. So I don't really necessarily want to leave him, but there's the student I'm working with now. Like, I really like the school. I really like his family. So I might have to go to the dark side, or the light side, I should say.
Let me say, someone that's also from an education background and such, I taught college.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
For about 5-6 years. And I don't wear hats, but my hat is off to you. Anybody that has the patience, like you said, to devote themselves to special needs children, I mean, you people are the real heroes out there in the education system, to be able to take on those challenges and really help those children, because I know I don't have the patience for it or anything. So definitely my hat's off to you, my friend, for
thank you. I appreciate it.
Really being in the front line, so to speak, of education. Someone want to complain about first graders or second graders or third graders, try working with special needs children and stuff. Really proud of you, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
With a T.
Awesome. That's fantastic. That's good to hear. But I mean, Kirk, we've talked for a long time. I've always thought you do really well in the field of education, and anything I can do to help you, support you, guide you, anything I can do, I'm happy to do.
Yeah, I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, my brother, I talked to my brother the other day, and he said the same thing. I just need to go back to school and just finish so I can get my teacher credential. Yeah, like I was telling you earlier, they're one of the counselors that's working at the middle school that I'm at right now. She's originally from the high school I work for, and the one of the special eds teachers, they quit. I quit towards the end of the year, and I remember hearing about that. It was a whole fiasco. So they're down one teacher. And she was like, "Oh, you would be a great fit for it." And I was like, "I still need to finish my bachelor's."
But that's just it. Just finish it, man. It's not that hard. You just got to do it. You just got to do it. You got to make your mind up. You got to be disciplined, and you got to do it.
Yeah.
There'll be bumps in the road, but you just keep going.
Probably do it. Probably do most of it online nowadays, huh?
No, yeah, and you're absolutely right. I should have took advantage of it when COVID first started and everything was like literally just virtual.
We could still probably do it virtually. I mean, what do you need,
No,
Shelby? Shelby, you look it up.
I just moved some dividers somewhere, and now I don't know where I moved them to.
Dividers?
I got another divider right here.
I just got
what you dividing?
I am trying to. So I'm trying to sort out. So what I've done is, I know you can't really see it, but here's my workspace, my little desk here that I do my pressing and cleaning and conservation work and stuff. Got all my, got little beakers around here, got my chemicals up there and stuff. And but surrounding me used to be like 4 boxes of books right here. And then they've actually just moved over to this side. But that is what I would really love to sell tomorrow, is get some of these things from underneath my feet and get out of here. And one of the things that I have is I really love Star Trek. And so when IDW relaunched Star Trek after the first J.J. Abrams movie, I was all in on buying a lot of the Star Trek and stuff. So I've got a ton. Actually 2 short boxes, so not quite a ton. A couple 100 pounds of Star Trek books I would love to sell. I did post most of them on eBay over the past 2 weeks, and I've sold about half a short box.
Oh, wow. So, nice.
Super cheap, though, like $1 a book. Cheap. So, which honestly is probably about what they're worth. I thought about hawking them off on Todd, but he's got enough junk. I know he would probably accept them, but I'm trying to save him from himself. And
I have a problem saying no.
You don't have a problem saying no. I know. That's why I didn't offer them to you.
I was thinking I should buy them. As you were talking about.
I have a full set of the first series that they did based on the new.
Yeah, but Shelby, you know me.
They're not bad. They're not bad.
How much for all of them?
Huh?
How much for all of them?
Then I have a bunch of variants. I have a bunch of variants and stuff. A bunch of variants and everything. So it actually comes like 95 issues for a 60-issue run. Somehow I'm missing 1 issue. I don't know how. But then, yeah. So that's what I'm doing. This is the first box I'm kind of putting together.
Do you have any lower decks?
Huh?
Do you have any Star Trek lower decks? Or is that all Star Trek from like?
Yeah, movie? This is from 2009 to 2015.
Okay. I love that Lower Decks. I'd buy anything you had from Lower Decks.
Lower Decks was the TV show, right?
Yeah, on
with Beckett Mariner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one.
And Divana. And
I still need to watch like Discovery and Picard.
Oh, the engineer. What's the engineer's name? Oh, oh my God.
Picard is really good. The last
what happened to Kirk? We lost Kirk.
We lost him. Where did he go?
He'll come back. Come back to us, Kirk. Come back to us.
Come back, Kirk.
Rutherford is the engineer.
Follow the light. Don't follow the light, Kirk. Come back.
I was trying to open up another tab and I actually closed this one. That's my fault.
But yeah. So this is the first box that I'm trying to get rid of. Oh, I was going to say, Star Trek Picard. The first 2 seasons is kind of like one big storyline. It's not bad. Third final season.
The third season
is definitely a love letter to all.
A love letter to the next generation.
You Star Trek: The Next Generation fans.
For sure.
Everybody comes back. It's like one big final adventure. It is freaking awesome. I loved it. Discovery is a hot and cold.
Yeah, I like it, but I don't. I don't know. I did watch the first couple seasons. They went back in time. They went into where they go into the future.
Don't spoil it for them.
And well, I mean, it's been out for a couple years.
It's been out for yeah.
But anyway, they could have ended it with the last season. I thought was a great ending, but for some reason they brought it back for one more season. I have not watched the latest season yet.
I watched the latest season. I've watched it. It was, I don't know. I prefer Lower Decks. I'll just say that. I like the tone of Lower
Decks is cool. I mean, it's a cartoon.
Right, but it's a more. But even when Lower Decks crossed over with with Strange New World, they did them live action. They did.
That was a good episode.
And Boimler's played by the guy who plays on The Boys.
Yeah, exactly. The guy that plays
the guy who's always getting picked on.
I know, Huey.
Oh, Huey, yeah.
Yeah, he plays Huey. So that was
Strange New Worlds is actually good if you don't take it seriously, right? Like, they are going to diverge from canon of everything that you know about from the original series. So do not take it seriously. Just enjoy it for what it is. And it does have that really cool original series vibe that I like a lot. So anyway, that is our quick review of the Star Trek series on Paramount. We are not sponsored. Paramount.
I'll take it one step further. I'll step it one step further.
Oh, okay.
I think Picard season 3 is everything the Star Wars sequels should have been.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Just because I hated the Star Wars sequels.
And that's all I'll say about that.
I never thought I would appreciate the prequel so much till the sequels came out.
I liked the prequels growing up, but then again, I guess I wasn't as hardcore of a Star Wars fan as I thought.
The prequels were just, and you know what it is too. I'll tell you this. I think this too. Just for me myself. For me to expect to feel the same way about Star Wars as an adult at my age that I did when I was 10 years old is not really reasonable. I'm not a 10-year-old kid anymore. Some things can take me back to being 10, but they're usually the things that existed and I was aware of when I was 10. Not something that's trying to create that emotional feeling that I had at 10. It's like I don't like to get up on the I don't like to spew a lot of negativity. I just don't. I don't think it's not something I enjoy. And I can just kind of like say, well, I just don't think Star Wars is necessarily my cup of tea these days. Like I hope it entertains some people. I mean, it gives plenty of people material for lots of kinds of videos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, it's not my favorite thing in the world these days. But I'm totally digging. Like, Lower Decks is my vibe. Watch an episode of Lower Decks, Kurt. Have you never seen it?
Never.
Yeah, it's a cartoon, but it is. It evokes a true love for the lore of Star Trek.
Okay. Oh yeah, the animation's really good too.
It takes place in the future. It takes place in it's all in the future, but it takes place in the time of the Next Generation. So Riker's shown up. They've gone to Deep Space Nine.
Oh, nice.
But there's an episode. I want to say it's the one when they travel. It's called TOS. and it's called Those Old Scientists, and that's what they use to just. That's what Boimler uses to describe like Kirk and Spock and that whole generation. But they go deeper than that. Like when the one character, Beckett Manor, is like she's kind of like the wild card.
Yeah,
they're like you're kirking too much. Literally, they use Kirk as like a verb.
That's funny.
Because you're acting too much like Captain Kirk.
My friends had a verb for my name. I know. It's funny because I always have to tell people. When I introduce my name, myself, I'm like, oh, my name is Kirk, like Captain Kirk, because I don't know if I have like a borderline list or something, but like every time I say Kirk, people think Kurt with a T, C-U-R-T.
I think Kirk is just a much less common name than Kurt.
So you're probably right.
People hear Kurt, Kirk. It's slightly different.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they just hear the Kerr.
Yep. And so that's why I always have to introduce myself as like Kirk, like Captain Kirk. Although I prefer Picard because that's what I grew up. I grew up on Next Generation.
Oh, I get it. Picard's awesome. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's I love Next Generation.
Yeah, I still need to watch a lot of the older episodes. I watched some in college. Like one of my friends that I met, he was a huge Trekkie, and he had them all on box set, the older ones on box sets. So when I would go over to his place, we would have like a drink and
that's cool.
Watch a couple episodes.
I have a box over there somewhere. I got a box of Columbia House or Star Trek Original Series VHS tapes.
Not the VHS.
22 of them.
That's
2
funny.
episodes per tape.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, you want to see some books?
Yeah, sure.
Here's some stuff I've priced up recently. Amazingly, I seem to have a lot of slabs lately.
Captain Marvel. What issue
Marvel, signed by Mark Brooks.
Oh, nice.
I got, and any of these sticker prices tomorrow night, if anybody wants to make me an offer, I'll always field offers. I'm pretty reasonable. I got this one at 100. Yeah. It's a 9.6, really cool Mark Brooks cover. She's got that energy hand going on. Beat up all the Avengers. I got this is a third print Batman 89, signed by Tony Daniel in a 9.8. Another one I got at 100, but I'm flexible.
Yeah.
Again, another 9.8. Walking Dead 171. This one's. Oh, I see the Pink Lorenzo signed variant and Robert Kirkman signature. So.
Oh, nice.
I have that one at 100. I think I didn't realize it was the pink variant. It's probably worth more, but whatever. Here's a God Country #1. This is signed by Donnie
Cates. That's a series I want to read. I'm going to buy the trade though.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
It's been on my read list for a minute.
This is Dark Knight's Death Metal Legends of the Dark Knight #1, second printing, signed by Tony Daniel.
I got the first one. That whole series was really good.
I got that one at $75, and here's a Saga #1. First print 9.6. I got it 200.
Decent.
Okay. Then I got this Ultimate Comics Fallout 4 exclusive by who did this? John Boy Myers. Got a little best part of this. Spider-Ham.
Oh, Spider-Ham. That's awesome.
Got a little Spider-Ham action. Look at this one. Ride him, bucko. Got this cowboy guy riding Superman like he's a bronc.
No. What year did that come out?
This is from 1977. This cover is by Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. I'm so excited they're releasing the whole 1982 DC style guide.
Oh wow!
Here's definitely.
Oh, I love that series. It made me cry.
Signed by Donnie Cates. What a great cover.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, because I'm a huge Inhumans fan. And when that whole series happened, like I was like, no, you're taking out my favorites.
Immortal Hulk. I mean, this is Avenger 684, the first appearance of the Immortal Hulk in a 9/8 signed by Mark Weeks.
I only have the Scotty Young version of it.
I mean, I'll pretty much have these as buy it nows or make offers. I got to price that one.
Mm-hmm.
Batman Beyond signed by Dave Johnson.
Oh, nice.
I didn't price that one. Here's a Wolverine Black, White, and Blood. Kirkham cover. 9/8. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a sick cover.
Got that cool Wolverine. Hit Monkey #1, 9/8, signed by Dave Johnson.
Hit Monkey.
Hit Monkey.
That's a Marvel series, right?
Yep. Some random Doom Patrol 51 in a 9/4 Simon Bisley cover. Got this one for $20.
No.
20
That's a good series.
It's like a $3 book. I don't know. I can't. It's less than it costs to slab it.
I just like Doom Patrol. That's why.
I love Doom Patrol.
You got this.
Hey, did you watch the
TV series?
Did you watch the HBO?
I watched the first season. I'm working on the second season, and I still need to watch the third season.
Okay.
Yeah, but I that series is really good.
It is really good.
I got to finish it off. I watched the first season, and I think part of the second.
Yeah, I'm on season 2 of The Boys, so I can watch season 3.
Nice.
I'm just watching too much stuff. And I got back into anime, so it's like, I got even more stuff to watch now.
This is a metal cover by Jamie Tyndall, Pharaoh #1.
What's the series called?
I don't know. Pharaoh #1.
It's just one of those generic.
The back of the comic is not appropriate. No.
Yeah, it's not a real comic book. It's
I don't know. It's in a slab.
Cover, and I just sold my copy. So
here's Red Sonja Black, White, and Blood #1, the Jamie Tyndall exclusive.
Red, White, and Blood. They did 1 and 2.
It's got a wraparound cover.
I'm a fan of wraparound covers.
Drew, her ear's a little pointy, like she's an elf or something. Got a Ninjak #1 from 2021 in a 9/8. Thor 20 in a 9/8. Like this stuff, I got priced at $50 a piece.
Oh, nice.
Some affordable slabs. Here's Sweet Paprika 1. This is the
I love that series. It's so funny.
Cover. Don't worry, it's covered. It's not like topless.
Be right back.
Okay, Shelby.
I blocked myself in. Shit.
Been there, done that.
Dun, dun, dun.
What's up, Rock City?
Rock City.
Appreciate you.
I think you got a wrench and everything, don't you, Todd?
What's that?
So I think you got a wrench and everything, don't you?
A ridge? I can't hear you.
Never mind. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I heard ridge too.
Yeah, I was like a ridge, like
Rich, you know, you're an admin on my channel.
Oh, an admin. I probably am, but we're in StreamYard. I don't know what I can do from here.
I don't know either.
Remember when this book was all the rage? Dark Knight's Death Metal Legend of the Dark Knight 1, the 1 in 25, the Carrie Andrews with the dinosaur and Batman and
oh yeah, I remember that.
Batman Who Laughs and Robin King.
Yep. I remember when everybody was going crazy over that.
It was like going for $300 or $400. I got this one for $100 if anybody wants it. I got Something Is Killing the Children 16, I think. Yep. Virgin Prison cover.
I have that. I have that one.
$50 in the 9.8.
Nice.
The regular cover for 16 in a 9.8 for $50. This is Boss Logic, Joker Year of the Villain, Planet Awesome variant. Can't really see much. It's like a bathroom. It's like the Joker's bathroom. My lighting stinks.
Oh, yours? What am mine?
Bloodstone #1 in an 8.0. 90 on that. Here's a Cult of Dracula, the Jay Ferguson Hogjaw cover. Got $30 on that slab.
No.
Here's a Spawn 17 newsstand, the 9.4. 60 on that bad boy. Here's a little Vampirella.
Which one of the rare Spawn books? It's like the ones in the 200s, right?
Yeah, like the late 100s, the 200s. Vampirella versus Purgatory.
Oh, she's taking out Purgatory?
Signed by Elias Shadzus, something like that. Here's a Hawkeye 1, Kate Bishop, CBCS 9.8, $50. Couple of old Creed slabs. Trent Kanuga, Creed 1 and Creed 2 from Hall of Heroes, back from 1994. I don't know. I got the 1 and 9.2 at 60 and the 2 at 7.0 for 20. See, the last 4 in that box. Here's a White Widow 2. This is the Absolute Dragon Con 2020 metal exclusive. In a 9.8.
Oh, nice.
And then we got Stake 2 from Scout Comics from 2021. This is another Jay Ferguson cover. $75 on that one. Here's a Naughty and Nice Cosplay Gallery #2. I don't know. This chick looks like Raiden from Mortal Kombat. This is signed again by Elias Shadzus. I might be saying the name wrong. I guess she's supposed to be wait, Raiden was
that was Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Raiden's Mortal Kombat. Am I right?
Yeah.
Cool. And then we got this all-out poo, King Spawn.
No. King Pooh.
So those must be tripping me out. For sticker price or best offer. If I get a decent offer, I might just say, or I get a bad offer, I might just say, you know what, take it. Oh. Now, look, when I buy collections, sometimes I get stuff that I would not, there's some of those slabs are decent, some are less desirable. I try to price them, reasonable.
Yeah.
But then, if anybody wants a big boy book,
Ooh, that is definitely a big
we
boy
got some monsters lurking. That's the first appearance of Gwen Stacy of Spider Gwen. There, Spider Woman Gwen Stacy, Spider Gwen.
I remember when I got priced out of that book.
New Mutants 98, 98.
It's funny that the first appearance of Gwen is more than the Deadpool. Nice.
Cable 7 and a 9.6.
Which is funny because I'm collecting the New Mutant series, and I think besides those two, I think that those two books and like a couple other ones I need. Nice.
There's a beautiful Adam Hughes signed 9.8. Beautiful Jock signed, double signed by Jock and Scott Snyder.
Double sign.
In the 9.8.
Nice.
How you doing, Shelby?
The double sign. Pricing. That's what he's
I gotta
doing.
go make sure the AC's turned on in here. I'm getting warm. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you in like the triple digits area. I can't do it. I'm a Bay Area native. We are very soft when it comes to the hot weather.
I'll be right back.
People, which is ironic because everybody from the Bay Area is like moving to like Texas. I'm like, you're gonna die out there.
Oh yeah, it's horrible down here. Yeah, it depends on what part of Texas. I mean, Dallas. Well,
so, like, yeah, a lot of people are moving to Dallas, Houston, Austin. From what I heard, like, you ever thought about going to Texas? So, like, oh, the heat.
Yeah, no, yeah, I live in Houston, and it is 88 degrees right now.
That's probably cool. Well, granted, it's like almost 9 for you right now, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know it's dark outside, so this is nighttime.
Dang.
Yeah, so during the day, yeah, it's like 95 to 100 or something already.
It's like that, but it's probably like dry. It's like dry heat too.
No, not really in Houston because we're close to the water. So
okay.
And
that's a little bit better.
It rained a little bit today, so it's just like a sauna outside. Now Dallas is, more northern, so it shouldn't be as hot, but it's a city, so it just kind of generates its own heat.
Yep.
By all the air conditioners running and things like that. So Dallas tends to be kind of hot, and all the cars and everything. Oh my God. I was just in Dallas about 3 weeks ago, and the traffic and the cars and stuff.
I was about to ask, what's traffic like out there? I don't drive out here, but the public transportation out here is really good. That's the one thing I give it to the Bay Area.
We have zero public transportation. Like, you have what's called park and rides. So you literally drive somewhere to ride a bus into the city. So it's like you're still driving.
Yeah. You still have to pay for parking because I'm sure you have to pay for that service.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah, I spent about a week at University of Texas in Dallas. Was it Dallas?
University of Texas is.
Yeah.
I was trying to go to Texas A&M. That was one of the schools that I was trying to apply for in high school.
Maybe it was that.
I'll go ahead and say yes.
No, I think it was at Richardson. Is Richardson near Dallas?
Yeah, Richardson's near Dallas.
It was probably UT at Richardson. But every morning, we'd walk from the dorms because we stayed on campus. It was like a teacher professional development thing through the USPTO patent office. We'd have to walk from the dorms to the cafeteria. It was so hot. Like, it was like the combination of Florida hot with humidity and Nevada hot, Las Vegas hot with intensity. I can deal with the intensity when I don't have the humidity.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, the humidity just. But I'm actually like looking forward to going back to Florida this summer and experiencing humidity, because I know it'll only be for a short time. So I will embrace it, and I'll be like, it's so nice to be sweaty and wet all the time.
Yeah, I went to North Carolina, and that was the first time I ever experienced like sweating in the rain. I was like, "What is this?" Like you could tell the difference between the rain and the sweat. It's like it was crazy.
Rain is fresh water. Sweat is salty.
Yeah, that's so crazy, dude.
Yep.
So I commend y'all for surviving that. Yeah, what you got?
Who's out there in the chat? It's been quiet. Rock City said you send hello.
Yeah, it's been very quiet. So, but we got the presidential debate and things like that going on.
Oh yeah, that's true. I totally forgot.
Let's see. Let's see if we can pull that up.
CNN has a lot of it blocked.
They're usually YouTube will put a bunch of like YouTube's ABC and what other one is like NBC. NBC is the other one.
Yeah, don't.
I think it's funny that
and YouTube has already said if you try to broadcast it, you get an automatic strike, and you get
that is insane. Why?
Because they don't want people to actually hear what they're saying.
I can't believe that. I wonder if they're doing the same thing on Twitch.
I don't know.
Twitch has become super strict too. That's interesting.
There's this book I read. It was by this guy named George Orwell.
Yeah, I know George Orwell.
It was called 1980 something.
1986. Was it 1986 or 1981?
There's also a Van Halen album that I think came out about the same year. Let me just say this. I think certain movies are very good at telling the future.
Oh yeah, it was 1981. Yeah, no, I agree. Just like The Simpsons. The Simpsons predicted a lot of things too.
One of my favorite movies for how things might go is Idiocracy, and the other.
Oh my! You hit it on the nail.
The other is WALL-E.
Yes, I agree on both.
And like I can describe WALL-E, and it's a pretty scary description, but then it's a kids movie, so I don't know.
Yeah, but it's also there's also like some realism like presented in that movie, presented as a kids movie. Because I can totally see our society going that way, especially how like glued we are to our screen, and then how automation is like pretty much taking over. And don't get me started on AI.
Are we allowed to talk about the debate, or will that get you in trouble too?
No, I think that's okay.
They put a picture on the website.
Oh, 1984, my bad.
With Biden with his eyes closed. You think they would, take a picture when his eyes were open?
Yeah, you think so? My bad. I had a Charlie horse. I had to walk it out. Yeah, I wonder what they're talking about. Yeah, I haven't really been keeping up with too much mainstream comics, but there's a YouTuber I follow who's been talking a lot about the new Transformer series, and I gotta admit, this series is really good.
Is it good? I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, it's good. The artwork, the art style is really good. Storyline is really good. I like how they portray Optimus Prime in this one. I mean, Megatron essentially is gone, and Starscream is pretty much the leader, and it's like he's not a good leader.
I got another box of slabs over there. Here's a new Transformers #1.
Yeah.
And a 9.8 with a pretty cool, hard to see red Optimus sketch.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, no, that was like my way to try to get back into like more mainstream comics, even though it's still indie technically. But I like it. It's a really good series.
Mm-hmm.
And then apparently they kept going with like I Hate Fairyland, so I picked that up too. So I gotta start reading that. I still have there's still a couple issues of I Hate Fairyland that I need in my collection. Once I get those, I'll be able to start reading the series. So I love me some Scotty Young.
Is there a genie in that bottle, Shelby?
What's that?
That's some hellified product placement.
It
looks like it's a little.
I'm trying to look up. So I have this set of X-Men Second Coming, and I know a few of them have popped over the past couple of years. For example, this is the first appearance of Hope Summers' second print. It's like a $40-$50 book. And I know there's something special with this one too, chapter 2. And I'm trying to look it up, and there's one person selling it for $120, and then there's another person selling it for $10.
Oh shit.
So it's like, what the hell?
People shoot for the moon.
So I have no.
La Cruces. Oh my God, that's the first time I actually laugh. I don't know what's going on with that. I see it everywhere.
The Hawk Talk.
You haven't seen that on social media?
Too, yeah. I just saw it on Facebook recently. That's funny. The Hawk 2.
He's been doing that for a long time.
I was actually going to ask you earlier, how long did it take you to really learn?
Someone explain it to me.
It's like the noise when you're going to hawk a loogie at someone.
Yeah.
Are you taking all the same techniques? I'm a professional.
But I always wanted to learn how to press and clean. That's why I was asking, how long did it take you to learn?
Oh, years. I mean,
there was a lot. I'm assuming there's a lot of trial and error.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of trial and error, and it depends on the age of the book. If you're doing more modern age books, that or the slick paper, things like that, versus the newsprint. All of that differs. But it does come down to just a few basic steps. Somehow, to clean the book, I just moved a bunch of stuff. Hold on. Comes down to a few basic things. Cotton swabs, cotton pads, you know, and go over the book and stuff, make it pretty. Here is my box of cleaning tools.
Yeah, I know there's like a website that's like that has like a it's like dedicated to like
there's some
all the cleaning
that take well to like absorbing sponges, you know, which is really tacky sponge. A lot of times you just use a good old white eraser. Now that takes practice to learn how to do the right amount of pressure, and it's really almost no pressure. You kind of just let the eraser do its work, so to speak. I'll actually don't fall. It fell anyway. I'll actually give a good example here. So here is older Silver Age Teen Titans number.
Are they fighting a gorilla?
Number 6, huh?
Is that a gorilla?
That is a gorilla.
Yeah, Beast Boy.
That's
awesome.
Beast Boy.
Beast Boy's first appearance in Teen Titans. And
no,
it's also a pants variant.
I don't collect Beast Boy gorillas because there's just too many.
No, too many. It's also a pants variant. So it's kind of a cool story is that I picked these up from a guy and he's like, yeah, man, there's ink on the cover of all these, dude. And I'm like, can I see what the ink is? And I noticed they were all pence stamps. And I'm like, yeah, I'll buy them all. And so what happened is DC, they didn't print different ones for England. They printed them in the US, shipped them over to England. England stamped the pence stamp on them. And then somehow they made their way all the way back to the United States for this boy in Texas to end up purchasing them.
The books have seen the world.
Seen the world. But I'll give you an example. So here's the back of this book. See all that dirt?
It's dirty.
See all that nasty?
Nasty and dirty.
Nasty and dirty. Nasty and dirty. So here's our.
Look at this. We're getting a live demonstration.
Ooh.
Just letting the eraser do its thing. Look how
no pressure.
He strokes the eraser on the book. Carefully.
I'm just going to do this corner.
Stroking the eraser.
Well, and I'm making it look easy. I'm making it look easy, but I'm telling you, to learn how not to snag an edge, how to touch the edge just right, really takes a lot of practice. So I'm making it look.
You're kind of feathering. You learned that you have to go. You can't go against the edge because that's like in drawing too. If you go against if you're going back and forth and you go against the edge, you snag the paper.
Yeah. So I'm making this look really easy. Now, there's a couple of ways to know if you're doing something is if you see all the black that's coming off of it. If it wasn't taken off dirt, you would actually see the white of the eraser.
Wow.
This book is pretty dirty. So, all right. And then we got our little cleaning brush.
Well, that brush doesn't hurt the book. Well, you know what I mean.
No, this is soft horsehair.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. So look at the difference.
Amazing.
It's so like new.
There's the part that's what it used to look
like. No, I can see even the corner. You didn't hit the corner hard, and I can see like. No, really, you can see the difference. I'm not just saying that. Or is that just dirt on my screen? No, that's awesome, Shelby.
Yeah, I mean, and I need to do a little bit, you need to hit that right there, wraps around the edge.
Mm-hmm.
So I would need to flatten out the book and stuff like that to get to it well. But yeah, like I said, I think you definitely see the
maybe one day they'll learn to use lasers to clean comics like they used to clean teeth.
There you go. Actually, so another thing you can do is for stains. So I'll show you something. So see, someone wrote, because they sold it at one point, 15.
Mm-hmm.
You can still see the indentation, but gone. So it just takes a lot of practice. Another thing you can do is what's called an eraser bag. So this is like broken up little pieces of white eraser.
Yeah, it's eraser shavings.
Yeah. So yellows, especially on Silver Age books, tend to come up really easily. So you can use something like this that will take off the dirt, but not the ink. So it's pretty easy to use.
Those are used in pencil drawing. You tap them on the paper and it puts the little sprinkles of eraser shavings so that when you rub your hand, you don't get that pencil mark all over.
Exactly. You can also use this. This is a meetable eraser. So there's a lot of little tricks and techniques you can use. Then if you get really cray up in this place, you can use actual surfactant, which is basically a mild detergent. And so you put it on your cotton pad and you
is that like a cleaning pad you use for like a gun?
No, this is just a normal 100% cotton round.
Oh, okay. You dry. There's something like that.
You put there's special ones that I make sure I get that have this kind of edge where it doesn't separate. So some of them will separate on you. But yeah, like I said, if you want to get really cray, so here we'll take for an example, see all that dirt. All right, we're gonna get nuts up in here. We're gonna get nuts.
Whoa, let's get nuts.
We're going.
I like macadamias, and I like cashews. Cashews are actually seeds technically, but
I did not know that.
I believe they are seeds of the cashew tree, but I might be wrong. But I definitely like macadamia nuts, and I like almonds. Can't go wrong with an almond. They're good with chocolate. They're good with ice cream. Almonds are very versatile.
Very true.
Let me see.
Dirty cloth.
Now this is a bit of a more expert thing because you're literally wetting the book, and wet paper is weak paper.
Is that a wet clean or?
No, I just used a cotton round and my detergent. And
What's the difference between?
I buy this from a guy called Rick Morgan, who runs Immaculate Comics, and I use all of his products. So,
what's the difference between a wet cleaning and a dry cleaning?
Well, dry cleaning, you don't get the book wet.
Right. Okay. That's self-evident. But what constitutes a wet cleaning?
Anytime you put water or any kind of wetness to the paper. So this is just me not taking the book apart, and I'm going to let this dry for a second, then I'll show you the second step. But you can get crazy, really crazy like I do, and you take a book completely apart. And and then you do what's called a deacidification bath. Now that gets more into conservation, but I have mixed up here my calcium hydroxide, and so I give it a bath in calcium hydroxide. It'll actually remove the tanning, and I have a lot of videos on my channel, but it'll actually remove the tanning, and it'll actually put in a calcium buffer into the paper that'll actually prevent the paper from degrading any further. So I do that mostly with my Golden Age books, because think about it, Golden Age books are now 70, 80 years old. Yeah. And if we don't try to conserve them in some way, they're not going to last another 20 years, because newsprint is literally made to break down within 100 years. Period. That is the way newsprint is made.
It's biodegradable.
All right. And then, so this is dry. So now what I'm going to do is take another cotton round, take the distilled water, wet my cotton round. So now what you want to do is the surfactant has had a chance to do its work, so to speak. Move you down here. The surfactants had a chance to do its work, so to speak, but now you want to remove it. You don't want to leave surfactant within the paper. So and again, you got to be super careful, because you are dealing with paper that you've now wet. You don't want to pull up inks accidentally. And we did pretty good. We got a little bit more dirt off and didn't pull up any inks. All right, so now we're going to let this dry, and we'll return to that in a few minutes. All right, so anyway, plenty of different ways to deal with that. And then the last step is pressing. So I have a big heat press over here. I have 1/8 inch and 16th inch gauge metal to help spread the heat out across the book evenly. And yeah, they'll get rid of all your wrinkles and everything within a book. Trying to see what I have over here. You know, so here's like a Golden Age book I was just playing with. But once you press a book, see if I can get it in the light. See how it's completely flat?
Glossy.
Well, and then I do a final buff. But you can see where there was, for example, see all these color breaking? That's where creases were. But now look at the light. See, there's no creases anymore. You can't do anything about the color breaks, but I've completely flattened the book.
You get you a nice set of magic markers, and you can fix those right out. Just kidding.
And then, of course, I love the back cover ad. I killed a cop.
Oh my gosh!
Can't go run around saying that in ads anymore.
Nope.
Can't believe you said that out loud.
But anyway, and that's what so you asked how long it takes to learn. And that's what I did. I bought this book for $7. This is from 1951. So it's a 73-year-old book. Bought it for $7, and I practice. And that's what you should do with, anything in terms of cleaning and stuff. So this is still a little damp. You can see the wrinklage, but see that it's now completely white. All that staining that we had is completely gone. I even hit that corner. I even hit that corner that I talked about. See, that corner is now clean.
So you dry that out and then you press it?
And then you press it. So you don't worry about the wrinkles from the stuff. But like I said, you need to be really, really careful because you don't want to take off gloss. You can remove the gloss and stuff. So it's, I would not suggest this for the weak at heart of trying to learn to do this. Stick with dry cleaning unless you want to get cray. And that's kind of it. I mean, that's a quick lesson of, some of the different techniques, the way to do it. So if I was to press this book now, what I would do is create what's called a sandwich. So you take a backing board, you find the centerfold, because what will happen is when you press it, those staples will actually leave indents in your book. Like those indents will go all the way up to your cover.
Yeah.
So you're putting in a backer board really close to the staples, so that way they don't leave any indents. You want the cover to be completely flat. So you take either copy paper or 60, 70 pound acid paper like this, and slip it all the way up against the spine. All the way up against the spine. Then you use a backing board, a couple of sheets of copy paper on bottom. Backing board, a couple of sheets of copy paper on top.
And the copy of sheet the sheet paper. That's is that to help it not to take the gloss off, or
no? Okay, so the backing board is just to help get it flat.
Yeah.
The copy paper is that I've put some moisture into this book, and that helps remove that moisture.
Okay.
So one step I didn't show, in order to, I showed wet cleaning, but that would have been me wet cleaning the whole book. If I skip the wet cleaning process, I still need to add moisture to the book in order to get the wrinkles to kind of lay down, right? I want them to get, I want them to ease up. Yeah. So I got to add some moisture to it. So I use a humidifier, and I just go over the stuff. You can also use what's called a humidity tank, which is literally just a plastic tub that you put some water in the bottom. You raise the book a couple of inches up off the water, and I use, this is a humidity. This tells me the temperature and the humidity in the air. And so I put this in the tub with it. Like right now in this room, the humidity is 67.8. And you put it in there until the humidity gets to around 92%. So you want the paper to be about 92% saturated in terms of humidity, and that will ease the paper. Like literally you can watch the paper, and it looks like it looks like you just ate a big meal, and the paper just like and it goes flat and stuff. It's really kind of interesting to watch. And then you you stick it in your press over here, and let's see. All right, so there's the old press. Here's my top plate. I got my bottom plate.
And then you set it and forget it.
All right, normally this is preheated. It's not preheated. And I do it for, you can see that, probably can't. But I have it set at 270, I have it 200? 175. 175 Fahrenheit, and I run it for 300 seconds, which is about it's about 5-6 minutes.
5
minutes. And then I cut it off and I just let it sit there. Normally overnight, things like that. If we're still on the channel, if we're still going, we're going to look at it in about 10 minutes and we'll see a difference.
Cool.
Anyway.
Look at this.
That's probably a lot more than you wanted to know. I know you had just one question, and you could.
No, I was just curious.
And if you guys want to know more about what Shelby does, check out his conservation series. He's dropping vids all the time.
I am.
I know you are. I've watched a couple of them.
Yeah, and so you asked about radiation. So I actually have kind of a portable, what's called a blue light chamber down here. So this is.
You're a regular man.
I have mirrors to do maximum reflectivity onto the book.
It's like a rave up in Shelby's place.
Yeah. So this isn't UV light. This is actual blue light LEDs.
Okay.
That are set to 430 to 440 nanometers, which has been shown to reduce things like staining and things like that. So
that's funny because there's a YouTuber I follow who the Tinker, I think it's called. He's called. And he does the same thing with like old like video game systems. He'll like put them in like this alcohol like mix that he makes, and then like he puts like the like LED lights in there, and then he leaves them like for like 24 hours. I think it might be less than that, and like they go from like yellow back to gray.
Yeah. So I'll give a couple of warnings. Some people use peroxide to help, like, if you watch like any kind of video game conservation, they'll do what's called peroxide cleaning to clean old consoles that have turned yellow. They can turn it back to white. And that's fine because plastic is fairly robust, and all they're doing is they're affecting the very surface of the plastic. Paper is a lot different. I mean, when you add peroxide to paper, it is absorbed throughout the entire fibers of the paper. And studies have shown, so again, us three as educators, is you go to the research literature in paper conservation, it has been shown that over time, the peroxide will have a negative effect on the long-term stability of newsprint. Now, what does that mean? Is you will start seeing the negative effects in about 20 to 30 years.
What ends up happening?
Huh?
What ends up happening?
It actually has to do with the bonds of the and I'm not a chemist, so forgive me, but peroxide is OH. What is it, Todd? Peroxide is OH.
Is it OH4 or something like that?
OH3, OH4. And the chemical
H2O.
Okay.
The chemical makeup of paper is, some carbon, and, again, I'm not a chemist, but it has to do with the way that it then locks in with some of the chains within the pulp paper, right? So it comes down to chemistry, and you can actually look at, Todd could probably say it a lot better than I can.
I don't know it off the top of my head.
Any two things touch, there's something that usually happens as a reaction. They trade off an oxygen atom, they trade off a hydrogen atom, they form covalent bonds or something, right? There's something happening.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics of that, but I'd have to just do a little research. It's either an ionic or covalent.
Right.
Where ionic, where there's a charge that's an electron's going from one to the other, and you have a positive or a negative ion, or you have a covalent bond where they share the valence electrons. I'm not a chemist. I understand the basics of it.
Right. So something chemically is happening to that paper, and it's going to have a deleterious effect on it on the long-term longevity. And that is from the research literature. People also tend to be a little bit overkill. Like they'll do like 3% peroxide and shit. I'm not going to say that I haven't done peroxide baths, but it's like 0.5% peroxide. So if you were to look at that, when I do a bath of, say, 800 milliliters, 0.5%, of peroxide. Now this is 0.5%, not to the whole volume, right? This is already diluted down. That means that I have, 5 milliliters to 100 milliliters diluted peroxide, and then only about 5 milliliters to 800 milliliters of other stuff. So it's very, very low. And then you can use the blue light, and the blue light will have a particular reaction with the parts of the peroxide and give a better whitening effect. You can do it without peroxide. So I'm just saying, be careful, because in the long term, the literature has shown using these other chemicals will have a deleterious effect on your book in the long term. Now, we'll all probably be dead by the time that happens, but, right, because it's not going to happen today, it's not going to happen tomorrow, etc. So.
Where's that life expectancy technology?
I know, man. Freaking plug me in.
I need to live until like 200. Nah.
So yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. Now, if you want to talk about getting something graded after that, that's another whole conversation.
You mean after cleaning a book?
Yeah.
Why are they very biased when it comes to other people cleaning books versus like their companies that they hire, other people that they hire?
Now, if they clean them, they're only going to do a light dry clean, and humidification and pressing. And I mean very light. Like they may not even do an eraser. Like I'm talking about maybe just a cotton round, because cover cleaning is considered restoration to CGC.
Okay.
So they catch cover cleaning. So, for example, that Silver Age Teen Titans, I could make that sucker freaking bone white if I wanted to, right? I could put peroxide, I could blue light it. That thing could come out freaking bone white. Now, what's going to happen is they're going to use a black light or UV light when you get to CGC. They may be able to detect peroxide if you've done it correctly, maybe not. But they're going to see that, wait a minute, this thing looks a little bit too white to be a, 40 or 50-year-old book. Right? And then they'll go get another expert, and then they'll start getting a loop on it. They'll start seeing if there's any like micro, abrasions from the eraser, any kind of micro streaks they can see. And if they catch that, guess what? You're getting a purple label, dude.
No, I think I got one purple label. Let's see.
Right? So, just saying, so you don't want to be too conspicuous with what you've done.
Yeah, I don't usually collect slabs, but this one was A-okay to me. This is a purple label. My truck.
Cool.
I wonder why it was restoration includes small amounts of color touch on the cover. Yeah, I never noticed that.
Color touch is the number one thing that they flag for restoration for, because you can detect it.
Tell. How? Looking at this, I wouldn't be able to tell. Unless it's like
you detect color touch generally.
There's two ways to tell. One is if it's done with a marker, it's going to bleed into the paper. So you just open up the cover and you'll see black or blue or whatever spots on the inside front cover. Second is it will light up under black light.
Okay. Interesting. That's crazy.
It will light up just like a freaking mattress at a Motel 6.
Don't do that if you want to get any sleep.
Oof.
And there's no way to remove color touch except to literally tear the paper out. Sadly. Now what you can do for like conservation is you could do leaf casting, which will actually put paper back into those holes that you may have created, removing the restoration. They will grade that book as a conserved grade, but not mark off for the leaf casting. So if you leaf cast it well enough where that book is an 8.0, but you have these white spots of filled in paper, you'll still get an 8.0. It will just be a blue label with a gray stripe at the top that says conserved grade instead of qualified grade or whatever. Universal grade is what they call it. Yep.
Interesting.
God, I don't know what to sell for tomorrow.
Mm.
I've got so many books, dude. This is what happens every time as I start getting overwhelmed.
Start with a box.
All right.
Start with a box and go from there. Maybe I should set up in the other room with my 50 boxes of dollar books and just do dollar claims.
Mm.
I'm going to pull out the old, board back there for tomorrow and put some higher dollar books up. But I think everything else, I'm just going to start out at $1.
I could do a pull box with virgins. I got a long box of them.
Oh, you said a long box? Jeez.
You could do them for like $5 a piece. That's a pretty cheap virgin. $5 a pull. I'll pull 2. Pick the one you want. And you can buy both if you want.
Smart.
How do you lose a freaking comic book lid that was sitting right here a minute ago?
Lost comic book. Where did you go? Lost comic book. We just want to show
Oh
you.
man, how could I lose? Dude, don't even. I can tell you, you can lose anything in a comic room because everything goes in a white box, and then you have like hundreds of white boxes.
There it is. It's holding my rulers. All right, it's been about 10 minutes. Oh, and this thing's still hot. So. Whew. You can see the spot that we cleaned. See how white that is compared to everything else? You can literally see this is the spot that we cleaned.
Interesting.
But the book is now flat. Now, thing is it hasn't, needs to sit because it's going to get waves in it.
So would you normally leave it in the press for like 24 hours just to sit there and
at least overnight? Yeah, you let it completely cool down and then you let it kind of settle. But you can see how smooth.
Well, once you're done, it just looks a whole lot better.
Yeah,
exactly. That's all you're doing. Wonder Girl got boobies.
You're lingering a little too long there.
Oh. What are you doing, Beast Boy? What are you grabbing there?
The whole enchilada.
Looks like he might be enjoying it too much, too.
He's squeezing the life out of him. Shelby. We're going to have to be on our best behavior when you know who comes on the show.
I know.
Okay.
I've been trying to get some girls to come on the show, but
I'll talk to my you know who.
Yeah.
Joni.
So I'll put that back in the press with that completely dry. But yeah, that was kind of a quick thing on it. Now in 2 weeks, I think Carlos is going to have a person from I will name in a second. Or maybe not. Anyway, it's a presser he knows of here in Houston. And I think in 2 weeks, so not next week, but the week after, we're going to have a show on Carlos's channel where he talks about cleaning and pressing. Then I'm going to talk about conservation. So might want to be on the lookout for that. Oh,
definitely.
All right.
So is it about that time when we say what we got going on coming up?
Yep, I am. I'm looking for the. Well,
you guys know Barbarian Kung Fu organized it. He put out the call. Shelby and I definitely are going to answer. He's like, let's do an old school auction on YouTube, get some of our friends together. So tomorrow night it's going down. We'll have tons of books for sale, mostly just to have fun. But we'll see how it goes, and we'll see you there hopefully tomorrow. I got my next show is the middle of July. I'll be at the local Front Row Card Show here in Vegas. And then the end of July, I'll have my first signing here at my clubhouse. I'll have Joni Brassis here. She'll be signing this book right here. Oh, you got this.
Yep, there we go. So tomorrow night, Friday the 28th, 8:30 Eastern time, which is 7:30 Central, which will be 6:30 for Todd Coast time, on Barbarian Kung Fu's channel. A comic book auction. You got a lot of the OGs from back in the day. You know, I was thinking about Todd, and I look back. You and I, it is almost to the month that you and I started together 4 years ago.
Wow.
4 years ago now. So we're going to have Barbarian Kung Fu. We're going to have Peter Parker. We're going to have Cat 60. We're going to have Gorilla Todd, of course, and myself. And Tricky Trapster will be tomorrow night on Barbarian Kung Fu's channel. Auction. Can't tell you how long it's going to go. Don't know what's going to be for sale, but it's going to be a good time, and I know you're going to be able to find some deals. So mark your calendars, hit that notification bell, and come join us tomorrow night.
Awesome. Oh,
I need to pull your thing up too. Hold on.
So I've actually got the first issue, Vampirella Dark Reflections. This is the cosplay cover. The cover model, Joni Brassis, is going to be here at the clubhouse. What's up, Tessa?
What's up, Tessa?
We'll be here on the 27th of next month of July. Had a couple people show up today thinking it was today, but this is July.
Wow.
The signing is July. Yeah. I hate the.
You guys are a month early.
I did. I got a text when I was at school today. And they said, "Hey Todd, there's a couple people waiting in the waiting room for you for some kind of event that's supposed to be today." I was like, "Not today." Yep, there it is.
Yep, there we go. So, GorillaToddComics.com. He's adding new things every week. But there's the address. July 27th, not June 27th, but July 27th from noon to 5. Cosplay cover. Girl, bikini, I don't know what it is, but Jeannie Brassis and her beautiful cosplay cover. Todd's gonna get one signed for me saying thanks for the great weekend, Shelby. Love, Jeannie, and gonna send it to me. So
absolutely, we'll wrap it up in a bow and send it on its way. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I'm looking forward to it.
I think it's gonna be a great time. You need to clean out. One of them rooms.
Yeah, definitely. I got we already got the plan in place. It's gonna be, the place is gonna look sharp. And
it's going down.
After that, September 1st is the next Old School Comic Con, the one I produce with my buddy Barney from Shimpson's Comics.
Barney!
Library. I'm excited about that.
That'll be fun.
We'll talk more about that, in the weeks to come.
What you got going on, Kirk?
Nothing really comic book related. I would like to start doing more stuff like this. I was telling Todd earlier, I miss live streaming and just interacting with the community. So hopefully I can be more consistent with this.
You are welcome here anytime, my friend. You can definitely be the, be part of this anytime you want to. Full-time, part-time, whatever, you're always welcome. We need someone to bring some charm and good looks to the channel, because Todd and I are that together, that's for sure. So
yeah.
I appreciate it, dude.
Hey, Tony popped back in, had a chance. Says he knows that guy. He knows that guy.
Tony was a frequent guest on Teacher's Lounge. He would.
I remember. Yeah. Well, he
sometimes we can even hear his true alien voice. If you remember, he'd have those sound issues.
Okay. Oh yeah, I do remember those moments.
Well, a lot of it. Teachers Lounge reunion. One of the great things is I think we all evolve. Hopefully, we do. Over the years, and Todd and I have talked about this a lot, and I know Southern Comic Geek and I talk about it all the time.
Jason,
we all kind of took a break. We were hot and heavy for a couple of years. We all kind of took a break. I think several of us are coming back, but our collecting has changed. Like I know that I don't collect. I'm more into Golden Age, and I'm more into this conservation stuff and learning about that, and and such. Todd, of course, has his clubhouse that he's been focusing on, and such. And I'm sure you have changed some of your collecting habits. I think it's a great time for us to kind of come back to the community. I think a few of the old people are still around, like Tony and such, and then new people that I've never met and stuff coming in. So yeah, I think it's a great time.
Definitely.
I agree.
I think a lot of us too, we started right during the pandemic when we didn't really have much else to do.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic ended, and
life happened again.
Darn, life happened again.
Yeah, I had to adult again.
Yeah.
That's probably why I'm staying in trouble at work, is they want me to adult. So,
wah.
So anyway, all right, well, I got a little area kind of cleaned up. Now I can maybe try to pull some books out from over here. I'd really love to get back here and see what's going on and stuff. So But anyway, anything else, guys?
I don't have any more announcements. I just appreciate y'all having me on again.
Absolutely, Kirk. Anytime, like Shelby said, you're always welcome.
Thank you.
For sure. All right. Well, with that, we're going to say goodnight to everyone. Hey, thank you all for tuning in. Be sure and go check out. Do you have any kind of social areas people can check you out at, Kirk?
Yeah, it's Mind Chef on Instagram, and then Comments on the Mind on YouTube.
Okay.
You might notice random videos popping up on my my YouTube channel. That's my student's fault. He got access to my phone once and uploaded some of his content. So people are like, "Oh, you're back." I was like, "I don't even know where this video came from." My student's pretty smart. I'm like, "How did you get this? This video is not even on my phone. How did you get it on there?" I'm like, "This kid's smart."
Hey, they are smart, right? It's like, yeah, I'll use the phone because, you don't have to put in usually a password, right? Because you just kind of jump straight to it.
Yeah, and I have YouTube Prime, so it automatically, YouTube Premium, I said Prime. YouTube Premium, so it's automatically signs me in to everything.
All right. And then, of course, Todd, you can hit him up over on the IGs, the Gorilla Todd. Myself, you can always reach out to me on IG. I also have the YouTube channel here, and please sub up for that. Go to all of our channels and drop a little sub and stuff. It helps us out. None of us are making any money, but one of these days, who knows? We might be
doing bigger projects.
It might be something. But and then, of course, I have my eBay store. I haven't been able to post a lot of new stuff, but things are constantly moving there at the store. So just type in to your Googles eBay Shelby's Comics, and you can find it pretty easily. All right, but with that, we're going to say good night for another week. And remember, peace, love, and comics. Thanks all.
Bye, everybody.
Night.